afternoon everybody, welcome to my channel, welcome back to another video. I am Zara if you are new around here. Welcome to my sanctuary number 8. We're in the kitchen today, starting this video in the kitchen. Please excuse it. This is one of the next projects on my list for refreshing our house, as we have been, if you've seen my previous videos, like with the bathroom. The kitchen is on its way and I have got big plans for this room, let me tell you. Anyway, I have just got off a call, really exciting call with a lady who I would call a mentor. I have had a certain idea running around my head for quite a long time now. I mean, my head, if you're one of these people, then I'm sure you could relate. I don't know if it's a creative thing, I'm not sure, but my head is constantly, it's like a pool of like this idea and this idea and this idea. I drive Ben literally crazy because I'm like, and what about this? And then I thought about this and then I thought about that. He's like, oh, what it is to be in your brain. Anyway, one of these particular ideas I've been thinking about for a long time. It's an idea that would sit alongside my sanctuary number 8. I just spoke to this particular lady about this idea and she is really excited about it. She's the first person I've talked to about it, aside from Ben, and she's really excited about it. And so it's kind of given me that push to just run with it. So watch this space over the next couple of months because something new will be on the way. I'm not going to give anything away now, but I'm very excited. And as far as I'm aware, I don't think there's much in the way of this kind of thing around. That's all I'm going to say, but keep a lookout over the next few months. I will keep you posted. In the meantime, today's video, I wanted to share with you a project that we are about to undertake within our house. He's actually currently on his way home with a new front door. Very unfortunately, our neighbours got broken into last night and it has shaken me up and really upset me. I'm very upset for them naturally, but when it's so close to home, it just reminds you of how important security is in your own home. And we have been meaning to change our front door for a long time now. It is in need. So in keeping with the rest of everything else that we do at my sanctuary number 8, we are upcycling a front door. And we have very kindly been given a solid oak front door by Ben's parents. There's nothing wrong with it. They just wanted to change their door at their house. And we thought, why not? Let's give it a try. Currently we have a UPVC door, which I don't like, but we've just never gotten around to changing it. And this wooden door, as I say, it's solid oak. I'm not sure if it's going to 100% work with our house, but we thought, why not? Let's give it a try. Being a wooden door, as far as I'm aware, we have the ability to add more locks to the door and just generally make us feel a bit safer. At the moment, we have kind of half glass, half not panels, and this is just solid oak with just a little window at the top, which in that sense will also make me feel a little bit more safer because you can't quite see in so much into the front door. It will block out some light within our little hallway at the bottom of our stairs, but we're going to go with it. We're going to see what happens. We're going to give it a try. So I thought I would share our process of what we do with you, because if it works, then, you know, it's just another example of something that we can not necessarily use new for. Because yeah, it's an old front door, but it's solid oak, it's pretty hefty. So let's see, he's on his way home now. So when he gets home, I'll show you what it's like. So this is the door. It's solid oak. Excuse all the mess in the background. I really like it. I love this kind of reeded glass window in the middle. I will change the hardware to black. Either change it or probably most likely maybe paint it because it's such an old door, so trying to get something that's the same size would be highly unlikely and kind of defeat the object of using something that was already existing. We would stand it back and restain, or maybe even a whitewash. I would like to get rid of like the orange tones from the wood. Let me show you the back. It's really heavy. This is the back. I love it. Love the back. We propped it up against the front door last night to just get kind of a feel for it, and I'm really happy. Again, we'd probably sand it back, restain, and go from there. But we'd probably get it hung and then live with it for a little while before we actually decided what we would like to do with it. Hi everybody. So we are getting our door fitted tomorrow. I've got a couple of quotes, went with a really good guy, and we're going for it. So I thought I'd take a last opportunity to show you what our door is like now, because I've not shown you yet. The guy who's doing it, he came yesterday and he has actually taken the door away with him. He's got the hardwood frame already, and he's basically going to hang the door in the frame in his workshop, and then he's going to bring it back tomorrow already hung. He's fitting new hinges on the door, I guess, so that he knows it's going to be a perfect fit in the frame. He's going to sort that out, because obviously I'm assuming it's to do with the fact that he has to have a door back on our house by the end of tomorrow. We can't be left doorless. So let me show you what it's like now. And I mean, it's quite bad, so let me show you. So this is our front door. Very basic, bog standard. I mean, look at this. This has just happened over time, where it gets such a hot spot out here. It's just warped in the sun. It looks awful. So as you can see, it really needs doing anyway. Our lavender's looking a bit sad. I'm going to repaint our doorstep. I painted this last year, just as an experiment really, and I love it, but obviously it's not been hard wearing enough. So this is the before. Let's watch this space and see what we end up with tomorrow. It just poured with rain, but the other thing to say is what I will do as well is we'll be moving these lavender to the garden, and what I want to do is get on this side some kind of trailing plant so it can start growing up the house. As you can see, we've got all these like wires and cables and stuff that can't be fitted into the wall because it's a concrete wall. So I want to start kind of softening it and covering up these cables with maybe like a jasmine or something like that. Here is our new door. It's been finished so well. It's got our fitter put brand new hinges on. We are going to take off a lot of these orange tones. It's a little bit too orange for us, so we're going to completely sand the door back now, front and back. And then once it's completely sanded, we will see what we're left with, and then probably give it a whitewash. And to think, this was second hand. Our door fitter came yesterday and has completely finished off the interior. He's finished it off really nicely actually. We now just need to paint it. Happy Sunday. Sorry, you can probably hear the dulcet tones of the boy that is Rocky Cat behind you. Happy Sunday everybody. Today I am embarking on transforming our front door. So I'm about to go in and start sanding, and we'll see what happens. I don't know what it's going to be like once we sand it down. As I think I've already said, we want to take all the orange tones, strip all the orange tones out of the wood, and start on the outdoors, and then we will progress onto the inside. But we'll wait, get the outdoor bit finished first, and then progress onto the inside. I've got my trusty mouse detailed sander that I've rigged up to our Henry Hoover. I'm going to start with a 120 grit sanding pad and see what happens. And then I've also picked up some of these wire brushes. I really like these for kind of getting into all the like nooks and crannies, and sand in those areas that the sander can't reach. So let's get going. I'm so excited to get this done. as you will have seen, I have picked up this moulding. This one's from Wix, and we are going to pop it onto this panel above the door there. We're planning that that's going to be where our new door number's going to go. They kind of coordinate with the panels that you see here on the door itself. I picked up another one that was a little more like this, but the width is more in keeping, so we went with the width over the actual shape itself. So yeah, this is going to go up there, create a frame. So I'm going to get that popped up now. I'm going to use some pins to hammer it into the wood, and also some wood glue to get it really secure. And then I just think it will finish it off and make it look a little bit more intentional. I've finished all of the sanding. I have I've created this kind of frame in the panel above the door using just the moulding that I just showed you. I have glued that into place with some wood glue and also put some pins in just for extra security. So I've also popped some filler just into the corners, which I still need to sand up and neaten up a little bit. And the idea is that our door number will go in the middle. So now I'm going to get a whitewash on the whole thing. I think I'm just going to whitewash the door and this part of the frame here. So I'm going to get the whitewash on now. It's a beautiful evening here, so I'm going to get that done. Whitewash across the top, I think. Might have to at some point stain the moulding just to bring it up to the same colour. So we'll see how we get on. But yeah, whitewash time. But really happy. I'm just so happy with how this frame's come out, all sanded. And I cannot wait to get this doorstep repainted and looking fresh again. Here's my whitewash, so I'm just mixing up. I've got this leftover paint that I used actually for a client project. It's a Valspar colour called Life Aglow. It's actually a cream, not a white, because we're doing a whitewash, but I don't want it a stark white, so I'm going just very, very soft. So I'm going to get some water in here, give it a good old mix up. I'm not doing a particular specific kind of ratio, but I do want it really quite diluted. There we go, so it's all mixed. I made up a bit more, so it's kind of like I said, I didn't do specific measurements, but it's kind of like a thick kind of whole milk consistency. That's kind of what you need to aim for. I have also got myself just an old cotton rag that I'm going to use to wipe the door down. Let's go. So I'm literally very roughly brushing it on my kind of white paint mitt, and then just with my rag buffing it in. And I'm going with the grain of the wood. And so far it's actually coming out really nicely. You can see the difference. Yeah, I think it's going to look good. Very happy so far. Hello everybody. I feel like I have been completely MIA with this whole front door project, and so I wanted to come on and catch you up. So let me show you where we're up to with the door. The door is done, apart from we're going to blacken the hardware, but the frame around the frame and the panel above the door, nightmare. Just cannot decide what to do with it. I can't decide what colour. I have tried so many colours, and this is why I've been a bit MIA, because I've not really known what I want to do. Thankfully the sun has come out to shine after it being pouring, then sunny, then pouring, then sunny. So it's this bit. Just cannot decide what to do. As you can see, loving the door, loving the frame. I just can't decide. And then we've got the panel above. I've painted the threshold just one coat of black so far. That needs a second coat. And I've repainted all the black on the doorstep. So this bit will be the same colour as this bit. It's been a bit of a nightmare really, just trying to figure it out. So hopefully we like it. but it's just not nice enough wood to make like a proper feature. We are getting there. I have repainted the doorstep. Looking very crisp and sharp. The frame of the frame, so this bit I have done in actually the same colour as what I've done on the bottom of the doorstep, and the panel above I need to sugar soap all this porch area because obviously that will need repainting as well, but for the purposes of this door project, so we're getting there. Today I'm going to spray the hardware, so this is all going to go black. I'm going to try and take the letterbox off. The key plate here I've already removed. This I'm not going to be able to remove, so I'm going to cling film around, frog tape around, and probably like cling film or paper to protect the door and spray it on there. But the letterbox I'm going to try and remove and do that separately with the key plate there. But yeah, it's coming together. It just looks so much brighter. Can't really get a good view because Ben's car's in the way, but almost there. I am just giving these a really light sand, super quick. They are all sprayed. They've come up pretty nice. That's 2 layers of spray, and then I put a clear matte sealer over the top. I also primed them as well with an undercoat. This has come out really nicely. It's almost flawless. So the hope now is that they don't scratch when they're in use. But you know what? They're the existing ones. If they do, it's fine. We'll replace them. But obviously, you know, we're reusing what we already have. So let's give it a whirl. Good morning. Happy Friday. Tomorrow is Sienna's birthday and her party. And so we are at the finishing stages of our front door. We wanted to get that done before tomorrow. All I need to do is seal the front door. That won't be done before tomorrow, but everything else is done. So I have just been with Sienna to pick up a beautiful big terracotta pot to sit on the doorstep for, we're going to be putting a trailing jasmine into it so it can start trailing up the house, soften the facade of the house, and have that beautiful jasmine smell, so when people arrive at the house it's right there next to them. So we're just driving home now, and I'm going to get it all potted and planted up. Hopefully it fits. Let's see. Perfect size. So we've got a trailing jasmine that's going to go in here. Picked up some, they had some broken bits of terracotta that I've picked up for drainage. And then the idea is that it's going to start trailing up the house. We're going to get some trellis, and then it will start going over there, conceal all these ugly cables. So yeah, excited. That is perfect size. Good morning. Happy Monday. It is 6:30 and I'm just finishing off my morning walk early this morning because I want to get a coat of cedar onto our front door before Sienna wakes up, so I can feel super productive and have a big tick off my to-do list before the little lady actually gets up this morning. So yes, it is a much better day. I was going to do the cedar yesterday, but actually this morning it's much cooler than it was yesterday, so temperature wise it's a better day. So excited to get that done. Yeah, I'm going to do 2 coats I think. So I'll do one this morning and then maybe one this evening. I'm also off to just roll in my face as well, seeing as apparently I'm quite puffy this morning. Probably that Marks and Spencer's more chocolate than biscuit that I ate last night. How good are they, honestly? If you know, you know. It was a ginger one. Anyway, I'm going to get my walk done and get off home to get this cedar on. Okay, so sealer update on the front door. I did the first coat, as you would have just seen. Some of the, I think it's some of the like colour in the wood, it's made some of the door go a bit yellow. God, I'm so annoyed. I'll show you. I don't know if it properly comes up on the camera. It's not actually as bad as it was when it first started, but a lot of the whitewash has kind of just like disappeared. It's all like this bit. I mean, in hindsight, actually, now that I'm looking at it, it's not as bad as it was the other day. Maybe some of the colours sunk back into the door. So I am now going to test out a bit of the sealer, but I'm going to add a tiny little bit of white to almost try and get that whitewashed effect back into it. This is the sealer that I use. It was literally just one that I picked up from B&Q, if I'm honest. An outdoor wood varnish. In hindsight, I'm annoyed because I had some of my amazing polyvine varnishes that I use for my furniture work. The quality of those is just beautiful. And I'm not saying this isn't anything to do with the quality of the product. This is to do with the wood of the door, that it's yellowed. Yeah, I should have used my polyvine varnishes, but never mind. So I'm going to try and add a little bit of white to the varnish that I use, and then maybe go over the door with the second coat and hopefully bring back that whitewashed finish in again. Obviously, we need to do the interior side of the door now, but all in good time. The other thing that I've kind of been doing as well is we fitted the trellis the other day that's going to have the trailing star jasmine going up the side of the door. And as you can see, this is what the trellis looks like normally. It's just like a bare, unfinished, but treated wood for obviously being outside. So we want to do something to it just to kind of, it feels unfinished, just leaving it like that, even though the jasmine is going to grow up it, but that will take some time. So I'm just testing out. I've just done a tester of an exterior oak brown kind of, well, it's actually a colour, but I've massively diluted it, so it's more of a stain, or I've done a whitewash stain. So we're going to try both. Ben's out with Sienna at the moment, so when he gets home, we're going to see if we prefer maybe the darker look or maybe more of a whitewashed look against the wall of the house for the trellis. So yeah, so hopefully I'm going to get the second coat of sealer done on the door, and then get the trellis done, and then I can say we are done. Good morning, everybody. The door is complete. You will have just seen me painting up the trellis, and so I thought I would come on here just to finish this video and show you the door and what we've done, show you our beautiful jasmine, which has gone literally crazy. We've had some lovely weather here in the UK, so it's really thriving, which is great. And then we have now also begun our next project, which we've decided to undertake the project of painting the entire front of the house ourselves, because the door is now looking so lovely. It just felt only right. So that will be my next video. Keep a watch out for that, because we've already started. It's going to be quite the change because it was quite grim. Anyway, let me show you the finished door, our trellis and what we've done. See what you think. Here we go, it's our jasmine. It's looking so beautiful. It's really, really thriving. We're actually getting a second little bloom. Our trellis, as you can see, obviously the jasmine will grow up it and kind of disguise it into the wall. But here it is, it's complete. Second coat of sealer, I added a tiny bit of white to it just to bring in that whitewashed effect again. It's quite subtle. It actually looks a lot darker on camera than it actually does in real life. Yes, it's kind of difficult to see, and a lot of those yellow tones have also sunk back in now. You can also kind of see where we've started the front of the house. You can see some paint testers and some masonry filler. We've done a lot. You can see where we've kind of patched in some bits already. So yeah, keep a lookout for that next video. So that is it. Finished, and so I'm so happy with it. And how to take an old, I can't remember the age of the door, I think it's like 70 years old, how to take an old 70-year-old oak front door and completely revive it and bring it up to modern day life. We are so over the moon with it. It's just transformed the front of our house. And as you may remember from the start of the video, I mentioned that our neighbours had a break-in a little while ago. So from a security perspective, so much better. So as I say, tune into my next video. Keep a lookout for that one, where we will show you the process of us painting the front of our house on our own. Complete amateurs, but we're giving it our best shot. Anyway, if you haven't already subscribed, then please do hit that subscribe button and comment. Let me know what you think about the door, and do you like it? What do you think? Thank you for watching if you come this far, and see you in my next video. Bye.